Are you wondering what the top neighborhoods are in Columbus, Ohio? Well, in today's episode of Living in Columbus, Ohio, we are going to discuss the pros and cons of some of Columbus's top neighborhoods, and I'm going to tell you some dirty little secrets about each. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Brad Winter. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Go ahead and tap that subscribe button, click the bell, give us a like, drop us a comment. We would greatly appreciate any and all feedback of our channel. As mentioned, we are going to discuss the pros and cons of some Columbus's top neighborhoods here in the Columbus metro area. So this is some good, some bad, some ugly. Some things have changed from 2022 to 2023. So we're going to discuss that. Let's go check it out. The first neighborhood that we are going to talk about in our top neighborhoods of the Columbus metro area, pros and cons edition, is German Village. Now, German Village has been discussed on this channel multiple times. As you may or may not know, it is one of my favorite places of the Columbus metro area. But there are some good and there are some bad, and we're going to dive right into it. First things first, the good. It's historic, it's charming, it's walkable. Those are all the really wonderful things about living in German Village. When I lived in German Village a long time ago, I used to love just being able to take my dog, put her on the leash, and we would just walk everywhere. I'd go get coffee. I could go to the bookstore. I could go to the park. I could go over to some friends' places and hang out for a while. It was just incredibly walkable. And that's something that in my particular part of my life, I love doing. And a lot of people that live down there, they desire that as well. I mean, heck, I would even walk in the dead of winter to places because that's just kind of what you do when you live down there. So that is a huge pro for a lot of people. Also, it has easy access to downtown. So if you are commuting or want to commute, I should say, to an office building downtown, you could walk, you could run, you could hop on a scooter, you could ride your bike, take a quick Uber ride if that's something that you wanted to do. So as far as location is concerned, it's absolutely in prime location for a lot of those different things. Now, I will say some cons of living in German Village is it's historic, which means if you are going to do some sort of renovation on your home, you have to get approval from the German Village Society because it's historic. I've heard, I have not done this myself, but from having clients that have done that, renovations down there and friends as well, they can be kind of hard to deal with. So that could be a major con for somebody, as well as the lack of parking. If you are not buying a home probably $800,000 and above, and 800 might even be a little low, you more than likely are going to be doing some sort of street parking. Now, that is a major turnoff for a lot of people because depending on what street is you're living on, parking might be tough on the street. In the wintertime, a lot of the streets are cobblestone, so they won't even take a snow plow. If we get a lot of snow, they won't actually plow your road. So getting out might be difficult as well. And so I know that is a major con for a lot of people. Also, you live in the city, and I'm going to say this, you should expect, because you live in the city, there might be petty crimes around you. That is something that's not new to Columbus. That is just living in the city. So, I've had friends and clients' car has just, it's gotten broken into, or, some patio furniture has been stolen. So you have to think about those things. There is going to always be a give and take of living in the city. That could be a big con for a lot of people. So those are some, pros and cons of living in German Village. But let's take a map view of German Village so you can kind of see what's going on from the street level. Now we are down here on the street level on 3rd Street here in German Village. As you can see, downtown Columbus is right here. And so you have easy access to downtown. This is kind of the vibe you are going to see with a lot of the houses, pretty much all the houses. A lot of brick sidewalks. These side streets are going to be cobblestone. But as far as the walkability is concerned, this is a great place. Pistachio Vera is an amazing place to go grab a coffee, or it's a bakery, so you can have some sweet treats. But let's just take a little tour of 3rd Street. Again, you're looking at a lot of brick homes. This home was recently renovated. It's absolutely gorgeous. A home like this is going to be $1 million plus down here. You should expect to be above $500,000 for a single family home that has any sort of size to it here in German Village. I actually used to live in a place right behind this house way back when. Again, this is kind of the look and feel. You've got some staples down here, Staff's Coffee, which is a great place, always busy. You've got the Book Loft, which if you're in the books or if you just want to tour something cool, the Book Loft, it's an amazing place. It's got hundreds of rooms of books. It's a staple here as far as, people, when they come to Columbus, they want to come to the Book Loft to just check it out. This used to be a Starbucks for a long time, but now this is Tiki Botanicals. They do candles and wax and soaps. And my mother, Sandy Winter Pottery on Instagram, actually sells her pottery here. So check it out. Beautiful church, St. Mary's Church right here, which is beautiful. And then again, you've got a lot of these cobblestone streets that are mainly the side streets in German Village. Let's go down here. We're going to zoom down. Another great restaurant that people love to go to, Chapman's Eat Market. Chef BJ is amazing. I know him personally. What an incredible family that he has. And this is an amazing place to go eat. Highly recommend going to check it out. So that's what I'm talking about living in German Village, is you can walk out your front door and go have a bite to eat or go grab a coffee, or, this is a wine store. Amazing. You can just go grab some wine for the evening. A lot of houses here. This house was on the parade at one point. But this is kind of the look and feel of German Village that you should expect. Now let's go take a look from a street level. So here is German Village. You can see this red outline of German Village, right? So it's pretty small and it's condensed. A lot of houses are going to be in this very small footprint. You have access to Schiller Park, which is absolutely amazing. You can go there to work out. You can watch a show. You can play tennis or pickleball. It's a huge dog park as well. You also have access to this, the Audubon Park, which is right here, right? So you're going to have all sorts of things to do over here. It's a quick walk over High Street, and they have access to this, which is really great. And then you've got Berliner Park, which is tons of softball and baseball diamonds really close by as well. So as we kind of get down in here from the Google Earth view, you can kind of see what Schiller Park is. We've got a nice pond, some tennis courts, some pickleball as well, a little baseball diamond here. But, this is a place that people walk to every single day to exercise and to walk their dogs and let the dogs play. And this gives you a pretty good idea of what you can expect from the houses. I mean, they are stacked on each other. Like I said, not a ton of parking unless you are going to be in those higher price points. So something to think about if you are thinking about moving, and want to be in that metro area. As I mentioned before, you have easy, quick access to downtown. I mean, German Village is right here, and here is downtown Columbus. So easy access for sure. Coming in at number 2 on our top neighborhoods and the pros and cons of living in those neighborhoods for 2023 and beyond is Upper Arlington. Now, Upper Arlington is one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in all of Central Ohio. It's not necessarily in the quote-unquote metro area, but I do think it is an important part of the Columbus metro areas. And it's got a suburban feel with a little bit of urban mixed into it. It's family friendly. It's highly well maintained. You have some of the best recreational and park facilities in all of Central Ohio. And you have one of the top school districts in the state in Upper Arlington. So those are all the positive things about Upper Arlington. Some of the cons, depending on your budget, you might be priced out of Upper Arlington. It is expensive to get into, and it's very hard to get into. There's a lot of people that fight for houses in this particular area, so that could be a con. Another con about living in UA is, it has kind of this reputation of maybe a more upper class. And I'm not saying that's what it is. That is just maybe the reputation that it has. And there's some stigma around that. So if that is something that you do not jive with, then Upper Arlington is probably not going to be the place for you. If that is the lifestyle and the community that you want to be in, then hey, you should embrace that, and Upper Arlington might be a place for you. I have no opinion on that. That is just things that I have heard. And if you do any sort of homework, you will probably see that as well. That kind of stigma might be out there. Another thing that I think is a con about Upper Arlington, it's not walkable in the sense that the large majority of the people are not going and walking to a local coffee shop or a family-owned kind of neighborhood restaurant. It's not really like that. There's a little part of Upper Arlington that's like that, but for the most part, you are going to have to get into your car and drive to go do things, which, hey, no big deal, but there are a lot of people that ask me about places that are, truly walkable to things. And Upper Arlington is just not going to be one of those places. So let's go down, check out kind of the street view of Upper Arlington. Now, the cool thing about UA is you have a mix of architectural homes. You have a lot of homes like this that are a little bit older. Maybe they've been fixed up over time, or they've done, some sort of maybe additions. So this is a very common style home, as you can see, kind of this Tudor look in UA. And then what's happening now, which I think is a good thing, so the residents of UA might not think that, but that's okay, is people are knocking down some older homes and they are building more modern things like this. And this might actually be a little bit of a new build as well. That brick looks kind of new. So you are getting some more of these developers that are coming in here, and they understand the need for these types of homes because we're having so many people move in here and they're demanding this. And if the demand is there, then, developers and builders are smart. They will do this, and you will find this all throughout UA. But as far as neighborhoods are concerned, this is kind of the look and feel that you can expect. Lots of trees, charming, little bit larger lots than you were going to get in German Village, which, for a lot of people is a good thing. Also, you have parking, off-street parking, garages. This is a very family-friendly neighborhood. Let's take a look at it from Google Earth. Back out here. And as you can see, this red line, this makes up all of UA. So UA is pretty big compared to German Village, that is, and a lot of other neighborhoods inside of what we'll call 270. So again, if you guys, here's 270, this goes around the entire, Columbus area. So inside of 270 is UA. Runs along the Scioto River right here, which has some beautiful houses along the river. On this side, they're going to be up on a hill, and if you were to cross over the river, they're going to be, more of the overlook of the river. You've also got easy access to 315, which is a major highway that'll take you to 270, to 670, to 70. And also you have easy access to downtown. So again, if you're looking at this red line, Upper Arlington right here, you will have easy access to downtown. We're talking 10 minutes. So that is another pro of living in Upper Arlington, is just the quick, easy access that you have to downtown Columbus and then a lot of these other neighborhoods that people like to go to, which is really cool. Another thing, you've got Scioto Country Club. This is a very prestigious country club. Somebody told me it has a 7-year waiting list, and you have to know a lot of people to get in here. So if you're somebody that wants that lifestyle, we got to talk and we got to figure out how to get you in there. And then obviously you have the Ohio State University, Scarlet and Gray courses that are up here. These are really beautiful as well. Now you have a couple different shopping areas. You have the Kingsdale Shopping Center right here, which is going to have grocery stores. You've got an outpatient hospital place. Chipotle's back here, a pharmacy. You've got Starbucks. There's a lot of development going on right here. So this is along Tremont, as you can see, and you've got a lot of areas that you can eat, you can work out, you can do a lot of different things right here as well. So as we kind of back it out, we'll find Lane Avenue. All right, so Lane Avenue right here, this is off of 315. This is going to have, this is a Whole Foods. Right here is a Whole Foods. You've got some restaurants right here. These are a lot of shops as well in the shopping center. So this is going to be another area to kind of do your grocery shopping and to get your basic needs, along with some restaurants along this part of UA as well. So, like I said before, one of the cons is it's not totally walkable. If you're obviously in these areas, you could probably walk here, no problem. But the large majority of people that are living in UA, they are not going to really walk to these types of places. And then down here, we've got UA High School, which is a lot nicer than the college that I went to. It's absolutely beautiful. They've got really good sports teams as well. So again, back out, kind of see one last time where UA is on the map. Last but not least, on our list of neighborhoods and the pros and cons of those neighborhoods here in Columbus is Clintonville. Clintonville is a very family-friendly area. The streets are going to be tree-lined. There is a lot of charm in Clintonville. You have a lot of legacy people that live there. And what I mean by legacy people is they grew up there. Maybe they inherited their parents' house or they bought a house. They've never really left. And so you have a lot of families that live there. It's really great for people that want to kind of stay close to the metro area, but they're not ready to go to the suburbs. They don't want to live that suburb life. And so their kids will go to maybe a private school or one of the Columbus City schools in the area. You have some amazing shops. You have a lot of commercial shopping as well. So some big box stuff like Target and your grocery stores and some big box gyms. So you get a mix of that type of stuff. Definitely has a strong sense of community, tons of outdoor activities. You have the Park of Roses and other places that you can hang out in. So those are all the pros. The cons to me are, the houses there for the price are pretty small. And a lot of times you are going to have to update them. And so that's going to cost money. Now, some people view that as a great investment. Not everybody has the means to do that. So you are going to see a lot of dated homes in the Clintonville area. So you got to think about, how does that work for you or not? Also, for another con, I guess, could be the schools. So yes, you could send your kid to Columbus Public or a private school, but if you love that area and you want them to go to a really highly ranked public school, that's not going to be the area for you because they really don't have access to that. Another con that I think about living in the Clintonville area, and I hear this from a lot of different people, is there's just not a ton to do outside of maybe going to a few parks or, some commercial stuff, Target, grocery stores, big box gym. There's not a ton of really fun restaurants to go to or bars. Yes, there's some neighborhood places, and I'm sure I don't know every little detail about living in Clintonville, but people that have moved there or have relocated from Clintonville to other parts of the city, that was always their one complaint. So something to definitely think about. Let's dive into it. So as we dive into Clintonville, from this view, you can kind of see what's going on right here. Kind of UA-esque in a way. Larger lots, older homes. You've got some colonial style homes, some Cape Cods. But this is, you're going to get a lot of neighborhood vibes from Clintonville, as you can see. A lot of these houses haven't been touched for a long time. So there are going to be some additions or renovations that are going to have to happen. Now, as we get from Google Earth, You can kind of see where we're at. You're really centrally located. You can kind of see the red line a little bit as it appears. You can see that you're centrally located in almost, all of Columbus, inside of 270. Easy access to Dublin, Westerville, New Albany. Downtown is right here. You're a stone's throw from UA, actually. So a lot of people like that. But again, right here is High Street, kind of where Kroger is located. And this is going to be your access to all your shopping. All your restaurants. Yeah, you can see this is the strip from, North Campus all the way up to Worthington. This is where you are going to see everything that Clintonville has to offer as far as your shopping is concerned. But as we get down here, you can see these houses are stacked. Once again, a lot like German Village, they're going to be stacked. Some places are going to have parking. Some places are not going to have parking. So it really just depends. But Clintonville is a very popular place to live. And, I would say it's one of the probably more sought after areas if you are looking to stay close to the Columbus metro region. So there you have it. Those are the pros and cons of the top 3 neighborhoods in the Columbus metro area for 2023. If you are thinking about making a move, you're already relocating, if you already live here and you want help with your real estate needs, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, fire off an email. All my information is on the screen and down below in the description. And thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Living in Columbus, and I will catch you on the next one.